G'day mates, ever wondered what's really going on down under? From spiders the size of your face to a city that actually lost a war, to birds, Australia is the land where the bizarre is just another Tuesday. Buckle up, because today, we're counting down 10 shocking things about Australia that'll make you rethink your next vacation. You'll laugh, you'll gasp, and you'll probably question how we're all still alive down here. Let's dive in. Number 10. The land of nope. Now, when people think of Australia, they often think of cute koalas and cuddly kangaroos. But let's be honest, this place is not for the faint of heart. We've got 21 of the world's 25 deadliest snakes, and let's not forget the spiders. The huntsman spider, for instance, isn't poisonous, but it's the size of a dinner plate, and can appear in the most unexpected places, like your car's sun visor. Imagine flipping that down on your morning commute. And then there's the funnel web spider. Its venom can kill a human in 15 minutes. But don't worry, we've got anti-venom and nerves of steel. And what about the mysterious drop bears? According to legend, they're giant carnivorous koalas that drop from trees onto unsuspecting tourists. It's mostly a joke Aussies use to scare foreigners, but the fact that you're not sure if it's real says something about Australia, doesn't it? Number 9. The kangaroo-emu standoff. Did you know that neither kangaroos nor emus can walk backward? That's why they're on Australia's coat of arms, symbolizing a nation that always moves forward. But here's the kicker. Back in 1932, these two creatures led to one of Australia's most bizarre military operations, the Great Emu War. Farmers were fed up with emus destroying their crops, so the government sent in soldiers armed with machine guns to take care of the problem. You'd think it would be an easy win, right? Wrong. The emus outsmarted and outran the soldiers, leading to one of the most unusual defeats in military history. The emus literally won the war. So, next time you're feeling down, just remember, a flightless bird beat an army. Number 8. Wallaby wine tasting. Tasmania, that beautiful island off Australia's southern coast, is known for its pristine wilderness, delicious food, and stoned wallabies? Yep, you heard that right. Tasmanian wallabies have developed a taste for poppy fields. You know, the ones used to produce opium. These cheeky little critters hop into the fields, nibble on the poppies, and end up bouncing around in circles, creating crop circles. It's like an alien invasion, but cuter and with more fur. So if you're ever in Tasmania and spot some mysterious circles in the fields, don't blame the UFOs, blame the wallabies. Number 7. The Great Wall of Rabbits? When you think of massive fences, you probably think of border walls or maybe a neighbor who really doesn't want you in their yard. But in Australia, we took it to the next level with the rabbit-proof fence, which stretches over 2,023 miles. That's longer than the Great Wall of China, and it was built to keep out rabbits. You see, back in the 1800s, European settlers thought it would be a great idea to introduce rabbits to Australia. What could go wrong, right? Well, those rabbits multiplied like, well, rabbits. Soon they were everywhere, eating crops and wreaking havoc on the ecosystem. So, the government built this massive fence in a desperate attempt to contain the fluffy menace. Spoiler alert, it didn't really work. But hey, at least we tried. Number 6. The happiest animal on Earth. Meet the quokka, a small marsupial found mainly on Rottnest Island off the coast of Western Australia. Quokkas have earned the title of the world's happiest animal, because they always look like they're smiling. But don't let those grins fool you. These little guys are master thieves. They'll charm you with their cuteness, but the second you turn your back, your lunch is gone. And while quokkas have become social media darlings, remember this? They're wild animals with sharp claws and teeth. So, if you're lucky enough to get a selfie with one, consider it a win and protect your snacks at all costs. Number 5. 4 seasons in one day. Melbourne is a beautiful city, known for its coffee culture, street art, and sports. But it's also famous for something a little less pleasant, its weather. In Melbourne, it's entirely possible to experience all 4 seasons in a single day. Start your morning with clear blue skies and a temperature that screams beach day, only to find yourself dodging rain by lunchtime, bundling up in a jacket by mid-afternoon, and finishing the day with a pleasant spring evening. Melburnians have perfected the art of layering because you never really know what the sky is going to throw at you next. Forget the weather app, just pack an umbrella, sunscreen, and a jacket. And maybe some flip-flops, you never know. Number 4. Uluru's Light Show. Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock, is one of Australia's most iconic natural landmarks. But did you know that this massive sandstone monolith also has a tendency to get struck by lightning more often than almost anywhere else on Earth? During the summer months, thunderstorms roll in, and Uluru becomes the centerpiece of a jaw-dropping light show. The sight of lightning bolts crackling across the sky, illuminating this ancient and sacred rock, is something you'll never forget. It's almost as if Uluru is reminding everyone that it's still the boss around here. So if you ever visit, bring your camera, and maybe a lightning rod, just in case. Number 3. Australia's camel problem. When you think of camels, you probably think of the Sahara Desert or the Middle East. But surprise? Australia has the largest population of wild camels in the world. Back in the 19th century, camels were imported to help with transportation and construction in the outback. They were perfect for the job because they can go days without water and handle the harsh conditions. But when they were no longer needed, these camels were released into the wild, where they thrived. Maybe a little too much. Today, there are over 1 million wild camels roaming the Australian desert, and they're causing some serious problems. They trample vegetation, damage fences, and even invade towns in search of water during droughts. There's even a government program to manage their population. So, while camels might be the ships of the desert, in Australia, they're more like the fleet that got out of control. Number 2. Christmas in July. Australia's December is smack in the middle of summer, which makes the traditional snowy Christmas a bit tricky. So, what did we do? We decided to have Christmas twice. Enter Christmas in July, a festive celebration that lets Aussies experience a winter-style holiday with all the trimmings, but in the middle of the year. While the Northern Hemisphere is sweltering in the heat, Aussies are donning Santa hats, sipping mulled wine, and maybe even seeing some fake snow. All while the temperature is a cool 10 degrees Celsius. It's a cozy, fun-filled excuse to break out the ugly sweaters and enjoy some classic Christmas cheer without the summer sunburn. And if you're lucky, you might even catch a kangaroo delivering presents instead of Santa's reindeer.